It's Wednesday, my dudes. What you just heard was a Morris, the ice and rock fossil Pokemon from Gen 5?
I have no idea
Gen
anymore.
4. Not Gen 4.
I want to say 5.
I think Gen 5. Yeah, I think Gen 5. Amorus, the evolution of Amora. You are listening to the Battle Science Podcast, a Pokemon Go PvP podcast, where we talk about Pokemon Go PvP and all things to do about it. We've got some fingers to put in a bunch of pies today. It's a whole lot of stuff to talk about. But before we get into that, I am Steven, a.k.a. A Boy in the Woods, joined as always by Jesse, a.k.a. Rocket Admin J.
Good evening, everyone.
It is June 15th? 15th. We're recording this on June 15th, 2022. If you're listening to this on release day, it is June 17th, 2022. You have skipped ahead in time, or this is time traveled, I guess, in a weird way. Between this and the last episode, stuff happened. So we'll talk about GoFest, the Adventure Week, and a couple of announcements for later in June. And then we'll talk about the current Silph meta, the Forge Cup, and a little bit of experience there, as well as some brand new GBL meta. I'm pretty sure never been in GBL before.
That sounds about right.
Fossil Cup. We'll talk about some of our thoughts, feelings, and predictions there. It started today. I have yet to do any sets in it, but I am very interested to give it a shot because it seems... I don't want to lead the witness. I don't know if I'm going to like this meta.
I mean, what was the last one that had just been introduced? The Flying Cup?
Flying Cup was...
became heavily dominated by one or two things.
Well, Flying Cup has been around for a little while.
Has it?
Yeah, Flying Cup has shown up before.
Okay.
The Fossil Cup, I would love it to be just fossils, but it includes a handful of types broadly sweeping with no bans. So it's kind of gross. It doesn't really feature fossils in a cool way. So,
Patreon?
yes, before we actually get into anything, there's a couple bits of housekeeping here. Thank you to our Patreon podcast producers. For the month of June, we have a brand new Patreon podcast producer, Triple P. The list, as I have it in front of me, is Dolphin93, James, a.k.a. Jimmy Bo, a.k.a. Jim is him, Evo Stevo, Winston the Champ, Jamar, and Dan, or Dan P. I apologize, Dan P., if you're listening. I forgot to reach out to you and ask if you wanted to be read out loud as Dan P., your full first and last name, or if you have a handle or something to be read off. I will try and reach out tonight so that I can get that for the BSAD next week, as well as the next Battle Science podcast in 2 weeks' time. If you are new to Pokemon Go PvP, we have a pair of introductory episodes for Pokemon Go PvP. They are the preseason primers. I'm pulling those up now. Give me 1 second. Bless you. Goodness gracious. No, yeah, it sounds like a lot. Double checking to see where is... Where is my... here we are. The preseason primer episodes are August 27th and September 6th episodes. Those are our two preseason primer episodes. They are a bit long. We are nearing, not quite at the end, but nearing the end of the Silph Arena season, current
Correct.
season, which means that in about a month or so, I get to start working on next season's preseason primer. I promise I will cut it down to something more consumable than something like 4+ hours.
The shepherd's pie of an episodes we had
block.
last time.
Yeah. I'll find something more consumable, be it broken down into better chunks or shorter in general.
Diet version.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I would say
Seltzer
diet.
version.
I don't like seltzer, so no, not like that. Not making it like LaCroix. I dislike
Not
LaCroix.
sponsored.
I dislike LaCroix.
The fruit fart.
Yeah. Fruit fart seltzer. Let me boop out of those so I don't play audio in the background. If you are new to the Battle Science Podcast and you want to follow us and keep an eye on things, at battle_science on Twitter, battlescience.podcast@gmail.com to email us. Please email us. It's fun that way. You can catch us on YouTube, youtube.com/c/battlescience, where the podcast video formats and other stuff goes live. As well as backing us over at Patreon, patreon.com/battlescience. $5 tier, or at the $5 tier, you get access to everything and get your name read on the show as a Patreon podcast producer, Triple P. Anything lower than that, to the minimum of $1, you get the Battle Science After Dark podcast, which is a Patreon exclusive podcast. You get access to that. We do one of those per month where we talk about whatever strikes our fancy with whatever dirty language we feel like it. I feel like next episode I want to talk about Shorzy.
Oh, geez.
I want to talk about Shorzy. We will be recording June's next week, so the 22nd?
That sounds right.
I think 22nd or so. So that will be recording and going up on Patreon next week, as well as being a backer on Patreon. You get the podcasts a few days early. In the case of this late recording, I'm actually just going to throw it up on Patreon tonight, kind of bucking Twitch's whatever our thing is supposed to, our content's supposed to be up on Twitch for 24 hours before it goes up anywhere else. It's going to go up on Patreon tonight.
Did you just
Anyway.
swear?
No? Did I?
Did you say bucking?
I don't know. Did I?
Did you say something else? You said something blank Twitch's thing.
I don't know.
I think you dropped the F-bomb.
I don't think I did.
I think you did.
I don't think. Chat, help me out here.
I think you just.
I don't think I did.
Unbeknownst to you.
Somebody clip it and go back to it. Let me know. Because God, I was
just like, that was way
really
too
don't
casual.
I really don't want to have to edit this if I'm gonna have to put it up like tonight. Please, no. Oh, I completely and totally jumbled the title of Battle Science Podcast. June stuffs. Done. I don't know if I did. I mean,
I'll go back and check it once we're done.
Twitch chat, help me out though. Help me out. You guys are here. Brain fart.
You were just doing housekeeping.
Yeah, I think I got everything out
Yeah,
of the
you got
way.
everything.
Go Fest in Seattle. We'll be hanging out. Reach out if you guys want to hang. Please and thank you.
We will be there all weekend.
Yes, all weekend.
Which is limited to Friday evening, Saturday, and Sunday until the evening.
Yes, unless we get stuck on Sunday.
Yeah.
Find a reason to get stuck
Which would
on
be
Sunday.
unfortunate, but
Oh,
you know.
Oh no, we're stuck in Seattle for another evening.
Ooh.
Oops. Sorry,
it's okay.
work.
I took
I'm
the
gonna
day
have
after
to.
off from work anyways.
I'm debating taking it off, but I don't really know. It's might be a little tight to ask for it off.
Yeah.
I'd probably have to do it without pay too,
Yeah.
which I guess isn't the end of the world, but whatever. Alrighty.
We're going to jump in with the news.
Yes. Buttons. Things. Split.
Giddy up now. This is the news roundup.
I feel like this isn't really a news roundup for the first 2 bits. It's more of like a past look back or hindsight kind of thing.
Okay. If you
I
don't
don't-
want to play that fancy schmancy.
I already did,
Oh.
but like, I don't know if we consistently do this enough to make another segment. We'll figure it out. Hey, it's been 2 weeks since we had a podcast. Guess what was in between that and this and now and that and then? Time?
That was a good analogy, yes.
It was more of a question because stuff was there. GoFest, global. Everyone could play and did the stuff
they?
and caught the. I hope so, man. I hope so. Anyone could buy a pass and play wherever they wanted, and hopefully the game was functioning for them. I hope, but to be honest, I couldn't tell you. I didn't dive deep into people's reactions, really. 2 days, stuff, things. I don't think I have to recap it. What was your thoughts, Jesse? Let's just jump in.
So for us, we went out to Kirkland and Big Fin Hill Park. We went out and hung out with Jamar and the Kirkland group. We saw Ryblit. We saw a few other people. Randall had joined up with us as well.
Mhm.
I got to meet a bunch of people that I've known only through the pandemic online, such as White Toast and his kid, and then a few other people. Also made some new friends, people that just randomly were like, hey, we need friends. I was like, okay. Meanwhile, Steven's like, no.
What do you mean?
The lovely the 2, I would assume, mothers and then their kid.
Did I tell people like no?
You just didn't give them your friend code.
Oh yeah, no, I don't generally hand out my friend code.
No, and it's fine.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna shame you.
whatever. I don't want to have to. I already look at my friends list and be like, I don't know these people. I need to remove them, and then I never do. I never go
Yeah.
back and micromanage. It's just another thing on my list of like ever growing things to do.
So your
that just
question
hangs
more or
over.
less is, what was my takeaway from the 2 days?
What was, let's just use the community manager's thought. I want a positive, a negative, a really cool thing that happened, what you liked about it, and what you disliked about it in a constructive manner. I don't want flames. This isn't a flame war.
Okay.
Okay. Sound good?
Do you want me to read verbatim what I had posted?
If that's what you want to use for it.
I mean, sure. Like
Okay.
I mentioned, it was really nice to get out and see people in a social setting again, people that I had not seen for a couple of years or people that are meeting for the first time. And of course, these are going to be your generic, I had fun because I went outside and played outside with people.
Did you touch grass, Jesse?
I did, and I sat on grass.
How do you think the grass feels about you sitting on it?
I don't know if the grass has
Do you think it screamed out
for
in
it.
pain?
But
Existential crisis because the sun was gone?
Where's the sign? No.
Oh, it's back.
that was really good. I was tired. I was very, very tired at the end of Saturday. Sunday was not as bad, but Saturday my legs were noodles and you almost had to carry me out of there.
Which day? Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh.
We ended up wrapping up the last 2 hours, I think, out on Juanita Beach, walking around the city down there.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, you were struggling a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it that I joked around? I was like, oh, for Sunday we should like go to Issaquah, go to Target, get the little like electric scooter thing,
And just ride
And
it
just-
around town.
joyride them around Issaquah. They'd be like, you can't take those. Don't worry, we'll return them.
Maybe. And then Sunday, yeah, we spent most of our time doing, I think we only did raids for like the first hour where we met up with Professor Fairmount Kua,
Also,
also known as Rico.
okay.
And they
Yes.
joined us for some squid raids, and I think we did one or two others, but I don't remember what they were. I'm getting what now?
No, it's my round for our Forge Cup tournament. Yeah.
Okay. I think overall, as far as the experience, the one thing that I wasn't happy with was just the lack of the majority of missed opportunities they had in both days. One, we did not need all of those community day spawns again. We did not need the Alolan starters and their second forms in the wild and raids. Nobody wanted those.
Especially in raids.
They just took up too much of the raid potential pool. And honestly, that was a perfect opportunity to put a Rocket TM event in. And if not a Rocket TM, different shadow Pokemon, maybe just randomly generated from what's been available over the entirety of the existence of what is Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone would have complained to see things like Wobbuffet or legacy Pokemon like Lapras as something that's available, even with the leaders. And that's not hard to do. You just throw a number in and say, this person can have these options.
Well, I mean, programming is a little bit more than just throw a random number in there.
But
it's I would say intensely more complicated than that.
Right, but the Pokemon that it puts in shouldn't be affected. So things like Wobbuffet, it's been in the system before.
Yeah, no, I think like returning to previous stuff would have been really cool.
Because if they don't want to introduce new stuff, then just let us have the opportunity to get other stuff.
Yeah.
Because
go back
otherwise
to
the
that.
Rockets were just a waste of time.
Yeah, if people have already grinded them, it's one of those things of like either use GoFest and a like rocket bonus to introduce new teams for Rocket, or bring back old stuff. Don't use the same stuff that we've been
Dealing with for like the last 2 weeks. Not to mention that they just had the Shadow Cubone into Alolan Marowak.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cared to beat the leaders because they had the same stuff, and Cubone won't evolve now.
Yeah.
For who knows how long. I mean, eventually it'll come back because it always comes back.
Well, Cubone won't evolve into Alolan
Marowak, right. I think that would have been a great opportunity for them to introduce a third option with Sierra, and then potentially make it so you could evolve any Shadow Alolan Execute or any Alolan Cubone during that window too.
Mm-hmm.
I just say like the Rockets were just kind of, oh yeah, and Rockets are around with twice as many rewards.
Yeah. Give Sierra Pikachu.
Oh man.
And then give it the Alolan.
I don't know if they'll ever give the mascot Shadow.
Yeah, it's a really interesting between Pikachu and Eevee. We've talked about it before, but Pikachu and Eevee getting shadows is going to be a very...
Eevee would be really crazy because that's not just one evolution.
That's a lot. That changes a lot.
Yeah.
Also, imagine Umbreon's shadow.
It just does more. It's like Lapras. It's not as bulky anymore, and it does more damage.
Right, which puts it in a really interesting spot because it's already super bulky.
Yeah.
So...
But yeah, that would be the implications of giving Shadow evolutions, not to mention things on like a Shadow Charmer as Sylveon. Yeah.
I hate it. I shouldn't have suggested it.
That's my thing is I just wish we had more options, more. They didn't even have to change anything. Just, give us incentives. I guess incentives is the thing I'm disappointed about. Lack of incentives. I didn't care really to do the raids. I wanted to do a certain amount of raids and I got them done. But outside of that, I think you and I specifically spent most of our time just catching stuff that we wanted from day one still.
Yeah. Yeah, which is a lackluster experience, I would say, because it's incense in some wild spawns. Yeah.
How about you, though?
Did you have any peak experience, though?
Peak experience?
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't
seeing
shiny
everybody?
hunting.
Okay.
I was just catching stuff for resources.
Okay.
Am I missing something? Was there something that you saw me pop off about?
No, I was just thinking if there was any like one particular like memory or something that's going to stick.
I mean, just hanging out with everyone.
Okay.
And the leg cramps. That was fun.
Ugh.
Says with sarcasm.
Gotta pack some bananas.
I didn't have just one. I had 2 leg cramps.
I should definitely bring in the
First
Go
aid
Fest
kit.
in the Go Fest Seattle. You know what? Call out in the Go Fest Seattle for the Seattle Go Fest. Hand Jesse a banana. If you see Jesse, just hand him a banana. Let's see how many bananas.
I don't know if I would take stranger bananas.
How many bananas can Jesse have at the end of Saturday or Sunday?
I don't know if I want stranger bananas.
I want to see. You don't have to eat them.
People are giving me bananas. That's what you do.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to eat them.
What goes good with bananas? Peanut butter.
You could always make banana bread.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't turn away a banana.
But can you turn away 30 bananas?
I mean, maybe.
Or 40 bananas? Let's get this man
Maybe
some
I should
bananas.
just get a thing of bananas. What is it called? A bushel?
Actually, I don't know what it's called.
A grouping of bananas?
A bundle?
A bundle?
It's
that
not
sounds
a
right.
pod. Is it a school of bananas?
I'll just bring a thing of bananas in my backpack, and people will be like, "Hey, I heard you got bananas," and I'll be like, "Yeah."
Nana, you just tape. No, wait. Is it? Hold on. Let me look at what the Sprite is. Is it
Nanabs or pink?
Is it pink?
Pink
for
with
the-
yellow top.
Oh, okay. You'd have to dip it in
Did you know in the
A red
Let's Go
dyed.
games they have bronze nanabs?
That's wild. You'd have to dip bananas in No, you'd have to dip the peel, and you don't want to dip the peel in a strawberry chocolate or something. You also don't want to dip it in paint, so that's not happening. Huh.
But how about you?
Let's see. The one thing that sticks in my head as far as pro, and this is something no one else is going to care about. No one else is going to give a Rattata's butt about this. But the one thing that I like about this is we have someone other than Professor Willow giving us story beats and information. Ree has appeared as it's a Go. What's their title? Ultra Worm.
Ultra Recon?
Ultra, yeah. Let's see.
Ultra Recon Squad?
I don't think that's. Is that Ultra Space?
I think it's Ultra Recon Squad.
Go Ultra Recon Squad. So the Ultra Recon Squad is from Sun and Moon, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the Go, just like Team Go.
Go
Rocket.
Team Rocket, yeah.
I really like this. I really like this as a change. Ree kind of comes out of nowhere as far as a character is concerned. Also, the fact that Willow is still gone at the end of all of this research. This is not the season of Go. This is the season of go find Professor Willow. He's stuck in ultra space.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I think I as a video game player enjoy narratives, and I think this is a step in a direction that I very much like.
Right, because you always make mention that we should see more to do with the team leaders.
I'd love to see the team leaders. I'd love to see Giovanni show up.
I mean, a lot of people would.
Yeah, I'd love to see someone else show up here.
Other
other
story
than
characters.
other than in a battle encounter. So I'd love to see something.
What?
Are you seeing chat that I'm not seeing?
Possibly. Why are people saying stuff?
No, not on mine.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody say anything if people are saying something.
Oh, no. Nope, it's just different.
Okay.
My brain or my eyeballs.
But having a different narrative, having a different character.
Having a different character, playing a little bit more in the narrative, I think that's really cool. I think with that, I still think the 2 days, just like last year's Go Fest, I think the 2 days, both the dichotomy between Saturday and Sunday has been off the last two Go Fests. And maybe that's that's not the end of my criticisms, but I think that's a core part, or one of the things that I feel is core to my sort of
Like
mixed
enjoyment.
feelings. Yeah, mixed feelings of it. And I feel like in the last episode I talked about day 2, looking at day 2 and being like, it's just spawns on incense and raids. And in this case, no one cared about raids other than Axew. No one really cared about.
Yeah.
No one
Yeah.
really cared about raids other than Axew.
Which kind of is what they wanted. It's just unfortunate they were diluted with other things like the Alolan evolutions
the
for day
yeah,
one.
the Alolan starters second forms.
Yeah.
Which is like, why are those in raids? Why? Like,
We just had an oversaturated event with them.
we had an entire season of them.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. 3 months of the starters, and oh, hey, by the way, here's more of those starters. And it's like, please give us literally anything else.
Yeah.
I don't want to say give us the Kanto starters because I think they already did that, but like,
We're going to be getting that here soon in the next event.
or give us the 3 starters from Arceus, Legends Arceus, because those are going to have to come back one way or another anyway.
Yeah.
So, although realistically they can't do the third because the third one isn't out yet, right?
What? Rowlet?
Yes.
Rowlet's
No.
out.
Let's see. So it's Rowlet,
Rowlet,
Cyndaquil.
Oshawott, and Cyndaquil.
Okay, so they are all out.
Yeah.
That's a wild Jolteon here.
Nice.
Whack. The structure of day 1 where it's different biomes every hour. There's a collection challenge. There's this and that is really cool, and then it just kind of.
I mean, let's
Just
chat
kinda-
on that. There's the different difficulty challenge. What did you think about that?
The different difficulty challenges, to be honest, I think it was pretty cool. A lot of people were like, oh, I'm just going to get it done as fast as possible. And it's like, you don't actually, it's not all that difficult. I went with gold tier explorer, and the longest thing that took was hatching eggs, but I knew I was going to be walking. So, the one thing is I thought there was a reduced egg distance. There turns out it wasn't.
No,
There was no reduced egg distance.
there were no bonuses.
Yeah, no bonus on XP, Stardust, or egg distance, like you might see at a community day.
or any other event.
Yeah, pretty much. I think
There was
one-
catch, explore, battle.
catch, explore, and battle.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And the battle was just battle rockets, which was good in its own sense because you're not. I think it was battle rockets and then gyms, which both were accessible.
yeah, well, both were accessible if you have stops around you.
Correct. Thankfully, I don't think any of them involved doing GBL.
Yeah, you aren't locked as far as not getting rewards if you didn't complete it on the day, which
Right.
is also good. And I don't think the difficulty like spikes hard between the 3 of them.
No,
It's just do
they
more
just
of X
you
or
take
do
a little
of
bit
Y.
more time to focus on what you're doing.
Yeah. So like mine was like hatch something like 10 eggs or whatever, and it took me a little bit. I don't think I completed it within the hours of GoFest, but I definitely completed it on that day.
Right.
Or well, technically I haven't claimed the last bits of research, so I don't have the stickers yet.
Okay.
But
And the other one was the collection challenge, which we're pretty keen to for every event.
yeah, I think at this point we're used to the collection challenges. That's not, if you've played for a while, you understand the collection challenges.
There's new event Pokemon. Go catch one of each.
We've seen them both in GoFest and in the tour, the regional tour events, Johto Tour and Kanto Tour.
Yeah.
So
They even had one for Season of Alola.
yes, for certain weeks. I don't think the entirety had.
No, not the entirety. It was one of like the Owlin challenges.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, each of the island events did have their own. That's right. Yeah, I think there's like a lot of structure, and you can kind of change. I like the fact that Saturday has the different biomes. Now, I would love to see those repeated a 3rd time rather than just 2 times. So maybe less biomes and rotated.
More frequency of rotations.
Well, more rotations, not necessarily frequency. I'd like them being an hour. I'd rather not see them be every half hour because that's ridiculous.
That would be crazy, yeah. Like, I guess
but
the one thing was most people had, the one thing most people were saying was Tundra was obviously one of the more boring hours for them. So everybody had 1 hour that they didn't particularly care for.
Exactly, and I think that's what I appreciate the most. Versus the Sunday, it's everything everywhere all at once. And there's like, you have to force yourself to take a break, or you're like me and you're like, I'm just going to keep going. I'm not going to stop. Which can be kind of detrimental to overall energy and enthusiasm over the course of the your hours for the event. I think the other problem is there is just enough going on between spawns, the hour rotations, collection challenges, research, let alone on Sunday, rocket spawning more frequently, rocket balloon spawning more frequently, and the increase in frequency in getting the
Pieces,
rocket leaders. There is too much going on. I think on both days, it is overwhelming.
I mean, we were talking about how on Sunday it would have been nice to have a way to either have to. Your idea was to have to spin the stop or have a little icon on the stop when you go into it to activate the rocket instead of having it sitting on the map taking up spawn points.
I don't think I was the one that had that idea. I think it might have been TJ, but I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Of like remove rockets from the map so that your spawn points are not overlapping with a rocket member like
Interaction.
model.
Yeah.
Yeah, because not only can you tap on the stop to then spin the stop and then interact with a Team Rocket member, there's a Team Rocket member standing on the world map that if you touch in any way, shape, or form, do you want to battle? No!
I want to catch this Pokemon.
I want to catch the Axew that's right at your feet.
And then poof.
And then it's gone.
That bug, we don't need to get into it. Everybody knows about that.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
But I think having some way for like when you go into the stop, have maybe instead of the circle or the photo disc, have an R.
Yeah, or it's black like it is currently.
Yeah. Just have the interaction be if you spin the stop.
Yeah, there's a lot of like
quality of life.
There's a lot of quality of life things that I don't think quite present themselves as clearly as when you're in a paid event and everything's happening all at once.
Yeah.
So
because then you get that pressure to do everything.
Mm-hmm. Memory. I really liked. Let's see. Honestly,
at one point you took off, and I was just like, "Go on without me."
Yeah. So I think two things. One was I was able to give Kano a Great League Tapu Fini. One that was even able to power up once before hitting just before reaching Great League. I didn't realize that he and I weren't friends, or if we were friends at one point, I was removed, and our friendship reset. So that worked out. And then from Randall, I was able to get, because another instance of we weren't friends for a while, our friendship reset, and I was able to get, I think, like a rank 11 Dragalge, which I didn't have a good Dragalge. I hadn't evolved one yet. So now I have a double moved, really good Dragalge for Great League, and I'm honestly kind of pumped. It was a pretty decent performer within Catch Cup for me. The other thing is something I caught during GoFest, which is kind of an unwanted grail, basically.
Oh, yes.
Highlight the one highlight catch of the entire GoFest, a 0% shiny P-Dove. I have a useless bird. I think we were joking around of it being a New York pigeon. I'm walking here, kind of like absolutely useless.
Trash bird.
Exactly.
It's trash rat with wings.
Trash rat with wings. It is. That's not the right P-Dove. That's the right P-Dove. The only downside is it's not level 1. It would be fantastic if it was level 1. It is.
Is it 1.5?
No, it's 47 CP, so it's probably like level 3 or something.
Okay.
But it's quite quite humorous.
Quite terrible.
It's quite terrible. It's great. I'm not evolving it. It's staying where it's at. It's fantastic. Also, in Catch Cup, I saw P-Dub's second evolution shiny. It's like super green, and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why that color?
Yeah.
What's going on? Yeah, I think that's
pretty much it for the GoFest recap.
That's pretty much it for the GoFest recap. I think it needs a lot of work. Now, will next year's GoFest offerings improve upon it? I hope so. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I fully believe that things will change. Certainly, things are already set in stone for Seattle, so we'll have to wait and see what the in-person looks like as far as benefits and stuff. Holy cow. Okay, we've only been recording for 35 minutes. Last week was Pokemon Go Adventure Week 2022. Arguably one of the most well-liked events in the past. And this last week didn't change that.
Yeah.
It was, I would say, a great event. Fossils were around. Are you ready for a new adventure through rocky crags and fields of fossils? This year's Adventure Week invites trainers to head outside and spend some time with their favorite rock type or fossil Pokemon. Even better, we've heard trainers may be able to uncover an ultra version of this event that has additional bonuses. Maybe working together during GoFest will help us reveal it was debuts of Tyrant and Amora. Tyrant and Amora in the wilds on Sunday.
Yep. Sunday from 11 to 4.
Yes.
Which even then was not great.
No, 11 to 3.
Okay.
Because it was 2
4
rotations
hours.
of each.
Yeah.
I wish it was longer, but, beggars can't be choosers. Although I don't think I'm really begging there.
So overall, the event, you saw a butt ton of Ammonite and Kabuto.
Oh, goodness, yes.
You saw quite a few Wild Aerodactyl.
Cranidos and Shieldon were around, which was great.
They were super accessibly easy for the research on Sunday.
Yes, I would say if you had a bunch of stops around, that 4-hour window for stops and stuff was pretty awesome.
And
Also, just a blanket increase in the shiny rate of all Pokemon.
Yeah.
So that was pretty sick. Ultra unlock bonus unknown F appears, so some people were grinding.
The people that had been
shiny.
rating for F.
Yeah. Shrugs and expensive raid passes.
We had planned to go take pictures with me because I like to do AR pictures at the Burke Museum a couple weeks in advance. And then, I think the day after you bought the tickets, they're like, oh, by the way, Ultra Unlock is exactly when you're going to be at the museum.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Burke Museum, for those who aren't in the Western Washington area or just don't know, the Burke Museum is a exhibit / sorry, I can't answer the phone right now. Is a museum exhibit /
Cultural History
research
Expo.
No, research lab classroom space for the University of Washington and some of its programs.
Okay.
So in between exhibits, there are classrooms where University of Washington students are doing things.
Okay, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, you did. You didn't see the?
Well, I did, but I thought that was just people working at the museum.
Nope.
Okay.
No, it's all It's on the University of Washington's campus. It's all student stuff.
Okay. We had gone and met up at UW Village with one of our friends around 11. We did the first 45 minutes walking around the UW Village, and then we took off for the museum around 12. Hung out in the museum, and I took some pictures with AR fossils and dinosaurs. A whole bunch of other cool stuff was there. If you're a local and you have youngins, or if you want to see some cool stuff, Definitely going to recommend checking it out. Pretty moderately priced. I think it was like what, $20 a person,
Yes.
and you get to see some really cool exhibits.
If you didn't know already, there's parking on site, like right next to it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we kind of missed that. Although where we parked, there wasn't any issues, but
thankfully.
might have been issues. Also, a ton of stops. If you haven't been to the University of Washington campus, there's a ton of stops. We could have gone real ham there in the University of Washington
The actual
campus, the campus itself. We had other stuff we had to get to.
But yeah, that was
So-
the one of the other bonuses to that event was 5 times XP for brand new stops.
2 times.
No, it was 5. Use a lucky egg to make it 10. It's right there at the bottom. Go down. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, maybe you passed it.
Oh no, you're right. 5 times. 2 times for spinning Pokestops. 5 times for spinning Pokestops for the first time.
With a
So-
lucky egg, that's 10.
A lot. I mean, realistically, that's what was it 1,000 XP per spinning a stop.
Mm-hmm.
Before a lucky egg, so it's solid, but not. Could have been crazy. If you had a bunch of new stops, then yes, you could have farmed up a
Ton of XP.
ton of XP. Because we already had plans. You and I, we could have gone crazier.
Yeah.
We I guess decided against it. So, still came through with a lot of really cool stuff. I still don't have a uber fantastic, better, or Bastiodon though. Which
Yeah, no, this
Bums
event
me out.
was...
you got a rank 30.
Did I say 30?
Yeah, did you get a better one?
I've had a better one.
Oh, okay. Let me see what mine was. I have one currently, but my biggest complaint is it requires Best Buddy to be at as high as it is. And I have my Metacham that also requires the same thing.
Yeah, that's the one
and-
qualm you had was you don't want to have 2 things that have Best Buddy. There was a lot of fossils during that event, though.
Lot of fossils. And the shiny rate increase, so especially that the ultra unlock, like if people were complaining, oh, I didn't get enough shinies during GoFest, here you go.
Yeah.
I saw people with like 12 plus of each of the Shieldon and Bastiodon.
And that's,
Or
I think,
Shieldon and Cranidos.
I think that's one of the things that people need to realize with the events like GoFest is if you rate the event of your success based on the number of shinies you got, you might be looking at the wrong expectations.
Yeah, you're looking at the wrong metric of success, especially because it's a random chance. My best Bastion I have is a rank 50 at level 51.
I mean, if you look comparison-wise to community days versus events like this, you have upwards of 15 different things spawning versus 1 thing spawning on community day. So your chance to find that shiny are going to be a lot higher because you're not diluting it with everything else.
Um,
But Jesse, all these other things could be shiny too. That's right, they could be. But checking 1 thing over 5 things,
Mhm.
the numbers still come out the same.
and I think spawns are more condensed on community days anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it. The only downside is like PvP wise, Tyrant and Amora are kind of meh.
I mean, that's how a lot of stuff that's been coming out is. Wimpod hasn't even technically been released for us yet, and they took out potentially some of its best moves.
Yeah, which they might put back once the Play Pokemon season is over.
Yeah, because right now it doesn't even beat Walrein, even though it double walls against Walrein.
And like I told you before, just because it has good resistances doesn't mean it's a good PvP Pokemon.
No.
Its stat product might also be terrible. Just because it's an electric type Pokemon doesn't mean it's going to beat a water type Pokemon.
Correct.
Because electric types are usually speed based, and speed stat is not represented in Pokemon Go. Also bad moves, also bad stats, also Pokemon Go. Also, water types are gross.
Water types do be thick, though.
Yeah. Fight. Sorry.
Steven's watching Hokey.
Hokey? Goober. Okay, I'm going to move on to upcoming events, aka current events, technically. Celebrate the Pokemon TCG Pokemon Go expansion with our Pokemon TCG crossover event. This came out June 6th, which means we did not talk about the spawns last episode. Pikachu with a TCG hat, because that's what we wanted. Yeah. Please. Wimpod and Glossopod. Is there a third tier?
No, it's a 2-tier.
Oh, interesting. I don't know why I thought there was a third tier in the middle. Wimpod and Glossopod are coming to Pokemon Go. Water Bug?
Yeah.
Cool. Water Bug. Glossopod needs 400 candy to evolve.
Did they say that already?
Yes. You can use 400 Wimpod candy to evolve Wimpod into Glossopod.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
Here's the thing they didn't say, but they adjusted and the Pokeminders found it.
What?
I already mentioned it to you. It has a 70% flea rate.
Oh, right. It's like Abra.
Yeah. Not as bad, but yeah.
Raspberry and Pokeball Plus. Pokeball, Pokeball, Great Ball, or Ultra Ball, depending on how desperate you want to catch it.
Yeah. 400 candy, though, I hope they're around.
I imagine some of the research and stuff will give you additional candy.
That would make sense.
Or it gets put into as a relatively common spawn in the
I'd like to
seasonal
see it come
spawns.
off the rainy lure. I think that'd be a good incentive to do them.
That would be cool. I'd love to see that change. Meltan. The key to catching Meltan is the mystery box, which can be obtained by sending a Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home, or the Nintendo Switch titles Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. When you use the mystery box during this event, you'll be able to encounter shiny Meltan for the first time in like a year and a half. No, seriously, it's been a long time. If you're lucky.
One key note to point out there.
Mm-hmm.
If you really want to take advantage of this 4 or 5 day event, I think
7.
it's a 7-day event.
Thursday to Thursday.
You're sure?
Yes.
Okay. Prep a box to be ready to open the day of to increase the number of chances you can have, because it's a 3-day cooldown.
No, it's reduced. The time you have to wait before you can open a mystery box again will be reduced during the event.
Oh, if they let me open one every day, oh mama, Jesse's going to have a new XL counter.
Hey guys, by the way, it's counted as a mythical Pokemon, so every catch guarantees you
XL.
3XL per catch.
If you need a level 50, I highly recommend Melmetal.
This is it. It's got a pretty reasonable moveset and can perform all right.
It's also
these days
decent
in
against
Master.
Rockets.
Decent against Rockets, and I don't raid-wise, it's but
I mean, it's good against fairies.
yeah.
We'll have a few more of those.
Yeah.
I honestly, one of my top 5s.
Yes, Meltan and Melmetal is up there on Jesse's, so Jesse's favorites. Again, the shiny is event exclusive, so it's here for a week and then it's gone. So if you're looking for shiny Meltan, get opening.
Now, the one thing I wish they would do for this is put a tutorial. Like, just make a silly little
I'd love something like that.
tidbit.
Not for my sake, I should say.
Right. Because I've spoiled you guys on those.
Well, I mean, I know how to go here into setting and
Go down to Pokemon Home, right?
Yeah.
But there are multiple YouTube channels out there where you can go look up how to get mystery boxes or how to use Pokemon Home to be able to get them. If you are someone that listens to our podcast and I have not spoiled you enough with how to get Meltan boxes, I highly recommend checking those out. If you do happen to have a copy of Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee, you just need to get to Fuchsia Gym and head to what was the Safari Zone. They've turned it into the Go Park now. You're able to go there and you transfer one Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Let's Go via the transporter system.
My one recommendation, and this is only going to count if you're listening live via Twitch or you are listening via the Patreon tonight. Hold off on getting yourself a Meltan box. Or no, hold off on, is it your countdown, your refresh to the next box doesn't happen until you open the Meltan box, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so don't open that Meltan box until the event starts.
Yeah, don't open it
Because because if you open it tonight, you'll have a 3-day cooldown.
Oh, one thing that they also don't mention, it's not like regular incense anymore. It's pre-COVID event. It's COVID bonus incense effects.
A spawn every 45 seconds?
Yes, and it's only an hour long.
Which is still a long time.
Yeah, but
Keep an eye on your storage space.
yeah, because it works like the COVID effectiveness incense where it's every 45 seconds and you don't have to be moving unless they change it tomorrow.
What, would they make it worse?
They would probably... Sorry, I moved for a minute. Unless they revise it to work like an incense where it's an hour and a half and you have to be moving. But from the last time I used it a week ago, it's still only an hour and it's still every 45 seconds.
All right, moving on to the next little bit. Collection challenges. Collection challenges themed around Pokemon that will be featured in the Pokemon TCG Pokemon Go expansion are coming. 6 collection challenges of varying difficulty. Some will be harder than others, just like collecting the TCG cards. Will be available beginning on Thursday, June 16th at 10 a.m. local time. And will run until Thursday, June 30th at 8 p.m. local time. You can complete them all to receive rewards of XP, a lure module, and an incubator. You'll also be able to encounter Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise, and Meltan. That's not all. You can keep the collection going with another 3 collection challenges available beginning on June 23rd. Running until the end of the event. You can complete them all to earn additional encounters with Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. I've gotten a peep at the collection challenges because Australia's event has already started. They don't actually seem to be all that hard. Although the initial collection challenges don't seem to be hard. The ones starting midway through the event, I could not tell you how difficult those are going to be.
Yeah.
Righty. Wild Encounters. Boy, I hope you like Kanto. We have Bulbasaur and Ivysaur, Charmander and Charmeleon, Squirtle and Wartortle, Alolan Rattata, Pikachu wearing a Pokemon TCG hat. Guess what? It probably can't evolve. Although it would be cool to have Raichu with the TCG hat.
Trucker hat Raichu.
Slowpoke, Magikarp, Eevee, Spinarak, Natu, Apom, Numel, Bidoof, Pidove, and Wimpod. By the way, the only things that can't be shiny here are Ivysaur, Charmeleon, Wartortle, and Wimpod.
So the Cantonian evolutions.
Yes.
And Wimpod.
Yes. As far as featured spawns, because then there's going to be default spawns that are just hanging out as part of the season and all that stuff. If you're lucky, you might encounter the following: Onix, Chansey, Snorlax, Dragonite, and Slacking. So Dragonite and Slacking can't be shiny. Chansey, Snorlax, my guy. There are some pretty good spawns here. The starters, solid. Alolan Raticate, your mileage may vary depending on your usage in Great League. Beyond that, it's kind of
sauce.
Yeah. Slowpoke's interesting. It's got the Mega. It's got other stuff. Do the stuff things and stuff. Shinies. As well as it'll have Galarian forms that'll be more common at some point. So farming
Stock
up on
the candy.
Stocking up on candy is not a bad idea. Magikarp, Eevee, solid staples. Get them. Spinarak. Ariados has some...
It's got some unique play in Great League.
Yes. You'll be looking at it for primarily Silph metas, potentially, though there are better bugs that perform. So take that as you will. Natu and Xatu don't perform anymore.
Unless you're looking for a shiny.
Xatu performed for like 50 seconds.
For all 50 seconds.
There was like a meta OG Silph that was like, ooh, Xatu. And then it went away.
I want to say it was Twilight.
Yeah, it was within the first couple months, and then it went away. And it never came back. Apom doesn't exist. Nummel with its shiny back. It's
It's a nice
back.
shiny.
It's a nice shiny. Its shiny was released for GoFest, so it's featured again. So
Camerupt also will eventually have a mega.
yes. Bidoof. Be barrel solid.
Are you mocking God?
What was the peanut butter?
Yeah. For those who don't know, check out Pokemon Rusty.
Or don't, because that's if you're an adult.
Yeah.
If you're a kid, get your parents' permission before going online. How did it take so long for me to say that? Get your parents' permission before going online. And Wimpod. Wimpod's around. It's cool. New
Not good
stuff.
right now. Stock up.
Stock up. It might get a move change once the Play Pokemon event's over. Onyx, Chansey, Snorlax, Dragonite, Slaking. Just go get those. Those are solid. Additional.
Except slacking. Don't waste your dust. I mean, it's good Vigoroth candy.
It's an evolution. So additional Stardust, additional candy,
Yeah.
and Gym Defender. But it's
Onyx gets a mega. So that's one thing if you need a Steelix.
Steelix is solid. Chansey is solid. Snorlax is solid. Dragonite is solid. Just go get them.
Yeah.
Catch them. Nothing against them. Other featured Pokemon. Oh, by the way, hey, you know it's in the middle of the year, like smack dab in the middle of the year, like almost it's exactly in the middle of the year. You know what happens?
It stops raining.
No, that's not gonna happen. We've had more rain now than we've, I think, just about ever had here in Western Washington over the course of a summer.
It's very moist.
It's very moist. Beats forest fires.
Oof.
The summer solstice is happening,
Oh yeah.
which means Lunatone and Solrock will be rotating hemispheres. What? What do you
I can't unsee the sun with,
squint? What are you doing?
You said Solrak.
Oh, weird. Don't.
But solstice.
The solstice is happening this weekend, weekend-ish. I think it's days away at this point. So Lunatone and Solrock will be rotating hemispheres. Northern Hemisphere had Solrock this year, or no, this 6 months. It will rotate over to Lunatone partway through this event, or they will both be appearing in both hemispheres for this event, and then rotate at the end of the event.
It's funny because anytime I remember seeing Solrock and Lunatone, it reminds me of the Sun and Moon bosses from Kirby.
Can't say I know those off the top of my head. Field research task encounters. You can get Ivysaur, Charmeleon, Wartortle, Pikachu wearing a Pokemon TCG hat, and Wimpod. If you're lucky, you might encounter the following: Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise, Snorlax, Dragonite, Slaking. Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise, Snorlax can all be shiny. Dragonite and Slaking cannot. What?
Twitter from Niantic support 41 minutes ago. Trainers, we're investigating an issue that may be causing Go Battle League and other features to lag or freeze. We apologize for the inconvenience and we'll update here when we have more information.
Yeah, I think it was PV Poke or someone. PV
It's
Poke or
not
Jerry.
just GBL.
It's the entire game?
It's raids too.
Oh, wow. They were saying they were experiencing lag and stuff like they haven't seen since before like the update that was pushed at the beginning of this season.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like bad lag.
Yeah.
So raids. Chansey, Larvitar, Timber, and Wimpod. By the way, if you don't do the Wimpods everywhere. 3-star raids.
I mean, to be fair, if you're not going to do the 5-star or can't solo a 3-star, Wimpod's not a bad burner for a pass for the day.
More candy.
Timber's a good one too. If you don't have a good Timber or Conkeldurr, that's a good one to go after because it's a free buddy. It's a free Evo if you trade it like Machamp.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as good as Machamp, but it's better than Hariyama.
Does it get a community? It's going to get a community.
It will get a community eventually. It's actually got a lot of potential for yes. Wait for it. Wait for it. Big brain Steven.
Channeling psychic powers, looking into future sight.
August.
August.
You think August
Timber
community
and
will
August.
be Timber? I don't think so. I think Poliwag.
Oh, what's this? July is Starly. Ah!
Are you calling it right now?
Calling it now.
July will be Starly.
And August will be Timber.
Okay.
We'll talk about June's Community Day very shortly. 3-star raids, Alolan Executor, Snorlax, Dragonite, Slacking. 5-star raids, Jesse's favorite Pokemon.
Poster child.
Yep. Edgy, I can talk into your mind.
Mayuni.
Mayuni?
Its Japanese name is Mayuni.
Oh, I was going to say, that's weird. So wait, is Mayu and Mayuni? I should know I should know the first couple numbers in Japanese. I know the first couple numbers in French. Un, deux, trois.
Ichi, ni, san, go, roku, nana, hachi.
No, hold on. One more time.
Ichi, ni, san, go, raku.
I don't think go is 4.
No?
I don't think so. I think you're missing one.
Okay. Oh. That's my middle school Japanese.
Yeah, Mewtwo's back with moves.
So, what is it? 2 weeks Shadow Ball, 2 weeks Psy Strike?
Ballpark. So June 16th to June 23rd is Shadow Ball. June 23rd to July 1st is Psy Strike. And
Yeah, 2
that
weeks.
is... No, 1 week. Oh, 2 weeks is how long it's in raids.
Right.
1 week
1 week each.
for
For the Legacy
each moves.
Mewtwo.
Yeah, for each of its legacy moves. And then in Mega Raids, by the way, Mega Venusaur, Mega Charizard X, Mega Charizard Y, and Mega Blastoise are all in Mega Raids.
Good ones to go after.
I guess. People aren't going to be interested in them, though.
No.
People are going to care about Mewtwo.
Yep. Whale on the Mewtwo.
Yup. It's back.
And it will get a split Mega eventually as well.
Yup.
Farm for your Hundo, farm for your Shundo, farm for your XLs.
It's, honestly, this is going to be an event where you can kind of just hang.
Yeah.
Um,
A lot of people salty about how they nerfed the remote passes right before the most coveted raid boss.
nerfed raid passes?
The remotes.
What about them?
How they changed the prices and all that fun stuff.
Oh, they nerfed those like 3
I know,
and a half
but
weeks ago.
I know, but
I don't. If they did it yesterday, it would make more sense for people to be salty. But like, people need to get over it.
No, you're right.
Yeah, saturate yourself with some water and like.
Hey, how about that hydrate button?
Balance out that saltwater content. Yeah, saturate yourself.
I mean, raid counters should be obvious at this point. Tyranitar, overall best option. Everyone should have one.
Or just get enough people.
Yeah.
We'll laugh at what you're running, but you will do enough damage. Don't worry about it.
They're running Gengar. Ha! 2 confusions. Nice.
Dead.
Mega Gengar. 4 confusions. Dead.
Yeah. 2.5. Correct yourself. It just gains more attack. It doesn't get bulkier.
There's plenty of things out there to. I want to find the graphic, but it's so funny. It's like Mewtwo is a raid boss. Counter Tyranitar. Here's all the reasons why. Mewtwo has Focus Blast. Blue Tyranitar, and it's a picture of Gyarados.
That is funny.
I gotta find it. It's really funny.
This weekend, Saturday, is a Go Battle Day. It is Go Battle Day Mankey. So Saturday, June 18th from 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. local time. Go Battle Day featuring Mankey plus the return of a featured attack for its evolution Primeape. Was Cross Chop Legacy on it, or does it just not got
It never had it before.
It has not had it before in Pokemon Go. So Primeape, any Mankeys that are evolved into Primeape between 11 to 2 and up to 2 hours after, so from 11 to 5 local time, Mankey that are evolved into Primeape will learn Cross Chop, which is a big bonus. Big buff. It now has what? It'll have Cross Chop Ice Punch, or is it Cross Chop Payback? That's
Cross Chop, Night Slash, or Ice Punch.
Oh, Night Slash. Oh.
Just make
That's
those
great.
Make those cross chops hit harder.
That's nice. Hopefully you have better stat ones in your inventory, although realistically stats don't matter a whole heck of a lot. But Mankey will be guaranteed. Mankey will be spawning in the wild. They are guaranteed to appear as a reward encounter. Each set, the first win reward from the basic track will reward in an encounter. So rather than, what does it normally give you for the first win? Let me look. Battle. We go to the track. So rather than getting Stardust in the basic rewards for 1 win per set, you will get a Mankey encounter. You are guaranteed a Mankey encounter. So you have the option of doing, 25 sets? No, 20 sets. 20 sets, so with 1 win per set, you will get 20 Mankey encounters. Mankey can also be shiny, by the way. It turns green. Yes, get you a Mankey with Cross Chop, because that's a solid improvement.
Yep.
On a fighter, 2-tier fighter. I think primarily it's kind of a 6 of one, half dozen of another between Primeape and Machamp.
Yeah,
and
I
other
don't
fighters.
think this replaces Machamp at all.
Mhm.
I think this offers a healthy alternative, though. If you don't have a good Great League Machamp, which by now I would hope you do at some point because they put Machops in the shadows.
All win rewards from the premium track will be reward encounters, so you can get Mankey if you use a premium battle pass. The second through 5th win rewards. Oh, each set the first win reward from the basic track will
found
be
it.
encounters. Oh.
Oh, this is the
Go Battle Day. Timed research. Timed research focused on battling will be available for the whole day. Complete research to earn XP, rare candy, Bay style gloves, and elite charge TM. Trainers who have already received the Bay style gloves avatar item in rank 20 rewards will not receive another. So kind of like last season and participating in 1 set of battles per Go Battle Day will reward part of Gladion's outfit. The Bay style outfit will be given via a timed research that will be happening during the day. So I imagine it's do battles, win battles.
Image I sent you is family friendly if you want to show that.
It is tiny. I don't think we can see it very well. This is how big it pops up.
Oh man,
It's absolutely minuscule.
let me see if I can find the source.
This is the micro machines of memes, my guy.
I get it.
Memes smaller than a grain of rice. Active leagues, by the way, for Go Battle, the Go Battle Day are Master League, not Master League Classic. This is everything, my guys. My guys, girls, and everyone in between, or outside and between. And then Fossil Cup. And we'll talk about Fossil Cup shortly, very shortly, hopefully shortly. Sooner rather than later.
It's such a good meme.
Okay, good for you. Did you send it again?
No,
Okay, that's.
I'm trying to find a way to make it bigger.
No worries. I will figure it out. More news. June, baby, it rolls on. Community Day for June 25th, 2022, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. 3 hours still. Trainers, we're excited to announce that Dino? I've heard multiple people pronounce it differently. The irate Pokemon will be featured during June Community Day. It's the Scene Kid themselves, Dino. That emo phase is not just a phase. It's live. 3 hours of listening to Welcome to the Black Parade. How many more jokes can I make before Jesse tells me to stop? I'm listening to metalcore the whole day. Dino will be appearing more frequently in the wild. If you're lucky, you might encounter a shiny one. Its shiny is green. The blue turns green.
Let's see if
Featured
this works
attack.
better.
Hydreigon evolves Swilius? Dino's evolution. Goodness gracious, my guy. During the event or up to five hours afterwards to get a Hydreigon that knows the charge attack Brutal Swing. By the way, we don't know what Brutal Swing's stats are. It's a physical move. Base power of 60. In the main series games, that is. No secondary effect. It doesn't like debuff or anything, so it just does stuff. It just hits. Potentially hard. What's the Brutal Swing's main series equivalent? Is Brutal Swing like a Hyper Beam clone? Or?
It's not as powerful as Hyper Beam. I would say a Surf clone.
And we know how well Surf is in this game.
The only thing different about Surf in the main series
Mhm.
is Surf hit everything around you. So in a 2v2, it would even hit your Pokemon. With Brutal Swing, I think in the main screen games, it only hit the opponent's 2 Pokemon. So it was a multi-hitting move.
Okay. So in trainer battles, it is 65 power. In gyms and raids, it is 65 power. I don't know where that puts it as far as power, but it also doesn't say what the energy requirement is, and that's kind of a big deal.
That's the big deal, I think, because of what everyone's saying.
Yeah. Event bonuses. Quarter hatch distance when eggs are placed into incubators during the event period. 2 times candy for catching Pokemon. Any Pokemon. Wait. 2 times candy for catching Pokemon. Not just... maybe that's every Pokemon. That's cool. Incense activated during the event will last for 3 hours. The duration of the event. If you activate it at the very beginning of the event. 1 additional special trade can be made during the event and up to 5 hours afterwards for a maximum of 3 special trades on that day. Or during that event, I should say. 2 times chance to receive Dino Candy XL from catching Dino. Lure modules activated during the event will last for 3 hours. Take a few snapshots during Community Day for a surprise. It's Dino. If it was something other than Dino, then it would actually be a surprise.
Yeah. But I don't think they would at this point.
No.
Maybe. I mean, this is part of the course for last year with Gibble.
I mean, they could do Zweilius appearing, which would be kind of wild. That'd be neat.
I mean, they did do Hoppip and Skiploom in Parks. They could have done Zweilius in Parks, but I think Skiploom made sense as a wild spawn.
Yeah.
Whereas the second effect of this makes sense with Zweilius.
Yes. Trades made during the event and up to 5 hours afterwards will require 50% less Stardust. So do some trades. Also, remember, during this season, an XL candy is guaranteed for every trade. So whatever Pokemon you are sending, you will get an XL candy for. It's big. It's big.
I mean, that's one of the things last night we were walking around catching the Mantine. It's like, it's only double transfer candy, but you still get a guaranteed XL with trading.
Yeah. Speaking of, I didn't transfer this Mantine. I still have that. I got some Mantine. Transferred like 300 other Pokemon, but I got Mantine.
Yeah.
Bonuses for groups. Work together with other trainers to unlock additional bonuses. If enough Pokemon are caught with the help from a single lure module, Wild Zweilius will appear near the lured Pokestop. So Zweilius are going to be spawning in the wild around active and
Zweilius
popular.
won't be spawning. It's Dino. Read it one more time.
Work together with other trainers to unlock additional bonuses. If enough Pokemon are caught with help from a single lure module, Wild Zweilius will appear near the lured Pokestop.
Okay. So the Pokestops bonus will
Now,
actually spawn those two.
Now here's the downside. It's additional candy. It can't be shiny.
Okay. Additional candy and Stardust.
Yep. My eyes are crossed. I'm making a face. Yeah. Bonus raid battles after Community Day. Saturday, June 25th from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. local time. So 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. 5 hours after the fact, which then makes this bonus longer than classic.
The Community Day itself.
Makes it longer than the Community Day, but it also makes it longer than the double-length Community Days we had during COVID. During the COVID bonuses, I should say, because COVID's still around. Have you forgotten about that? I won't let you. We're excited to announce that trainers can look forward to even more fun during June Community Day. After the 3-hour Community Day event ends, trainers will be able to challenge unique 4-star raid battles. I said 4-star because that's what it says. You know the type of raids that they kind of removed? They went to 1, 3, and 5-star raids. and 2 and 4 stars kind of went away. 4 stars are back.
4 stars are back with an Arctic skin.
What is going on? Claiming victory in one of these raids will cause more Dino to appear around the gym that hosted that raid for 30 minutes. Please note the Community Day bonuses listed above in the event bonuses and bonuses for group section only apply to the 3-hour Community Day event period. Oh. Well, that's less cool, but okay. So you won't get bonus candy. You won't get bonus candy. It won't get 2 times catch candy. You won't get 2 times chance to receive Dino XL candy. And all of your other bonuses won't be around. But Dino will still be in the wild, which I guess is still cool. 4-star raid battles. Wiliest will be appearing in 4-star raids. Band together with your fellow trainers to emerge victorious. These raids can only be accessed with raid passes and premium battle passes. Remote raid passes cannot be used. In person. In person only. Which realistically works out because the Dino spawn around the gym and you want to be there to catch the Dino. Also, rolling Swiliest spawns globally, people would have spent money on those and just farmed as much guaranteed XL candy on completing the raid. A chance of XL generic rare candy, amongst other things. TMs, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
That would have been gross.
Yeah, I mean, this is technically a new raid because it's a different tier than normal considered 4-star was.
Mm-hmm.
Other things that I kind of made notes on because I'm nosy and like to plan things out is what we don't know about these raids is if the raid egg timers will be resetting every 15 minutes or so like they did for the GoFest global event, or if it'll be 1 egg per gym for its entirety during the duration. I would, as long as that event is, I'm going to safely assume that they're rotating 15-minute eggs or 20 roughly between there. Again, they don't specify. If different groups beat the raid, will it reset the timer on spawns, or will a raid run its first completion timer only? Such as like...
Well, I mean, I think the question I think my question reading this is not just will the raid refresh to a new Wiliest raid, because it might have 1 raid instance, but that doesn't mean 2 people can't go in, beat the raid, 2 other people 30 minutes later can't go in and beat the same raid.
Right.
Because just because I defeat it doesn't mean you can't after the fact.
But here's my question is if you and I both do 2 different instances where I beat the raid and then 10 minutes later you come up and beat it,
Mm-hmm.
does that reset the spawn timer, or does it go off the first person to beat it? Because if that's this case, then you can just keep resetting that timer.
Yeah, the way I'm reading this is, and
I would imagine
knows?
it works like a lure. Someone does it, it starts
30 minutes.
Doesn't matter, it's going until it's up, time's up.
What I imagine is it resets every time the raid is complete.
You think that's how it'll work?
Yeah, resets to 30 minutes. So
Okay.
like 30, I beat it, 30-minute timer starts. 5 minutes later, somebody else beats it, 30-minute timer starts.
Okay.
30-minute timer starts. I
stacking.
imagine. No, it doesn't stack. No. It just resets to another 30 minutes.
Okay.
It doesn't add to the existing timer.
Well, it technically would.
No.
Because it's resetting it.
It's not accumulating more
Correct.
beyond 30. It
Correct.
is capped at 30.
It's resetting the 30.
And that's my assumption, unfortunately. We won't know until either someone at Niantic says something, which they probably won't, or
someone that
it
knows
happens.
inside info, or that, yeah.
Or it happens.
The other thing I have noted here is, will you be able to defeat the same raid on the same gym multiple times and still get spawns, or is it a one-time thing per gym? I would highly doubt, with how rules some players have to play, that it's just someone activated this 30-minute spawner, it's done.
Yeah.
Move
I don't
on to
know.
the next gym.
I hope not. For rural players' sake, I hope not.
And a lot of these questions, unfortunately, like you mentioned, will probably not get found out until we see what happens with APAC first.
So here's your event bonuses will go away after the 3 hours, but your brutal swing unlock for Hydreigon will go up until the end of the raid bonus after the fact.
So the entirety of the event.
Yes. Bonus for completing 4-star raid battles. Once you defeat Zoilius in a 4-star raid battle, Dino will begin to appear in a 300-meter radius around the gym that hosted the raid for 30 minutes. If you're lucky, you may encounter a shiny one. Dino that appear under these circumstances will have the same chance of appearing shiny Pokemon as they appear during...
meters is equivalent to 984 feet, 3.024 inches.
what's that in yards? I want to know if football field size or not.
300 meters to yards.
300 meters is 328.084 yards.
Whoa, that's a radius, my guy.
That's pretty big, huh?
That's 3 football field lengths. That's
So that's
big.
one.
Go to a park with multiple... You'll have
Go find some cluster gyms.
You'll have spawns in a bigger area than you can see on the map.
That's exactly what it is. I think that's the sight distance.
Interesting. You think 300 radius, so if you're standing right underneath it, you'll be able to see. I don't think so. I think
No,
bigger.
it's
Sight distance of the game?
yeah.
Okay, so that's beyond what you can even interact with.
Yeah.
Oh boy. That's wild. The shiny rate will continue to be the same shiny rate as the community day for the Dino that spawned during the raid bonus. Field Notes Dino, Community Day special research story. That's happening, doing a thing. $1. Do stuff. You can give the ticket to your friend, all that stuff. Stickers. Featured avatar item, Dino hat. You can purchase the Dino hat in the in-game shop for 150 Pokecoins. It's already been in the game, though, hasn't it?
Yes.
You can unlock it multiple different ways since then. So if you haven't already acquired it, Dino hat in the shop for 150 Pokecoins. You, too, can become a scene kid with the Dino hat for your avatar item. May I recommend a couple of bands to listen to if you enjoy metalcore? Do you care?
No,
Yes,
go for it.
Oh, okay. Spirit Box is popping off around the metal scene. Spirit Box is great. Brand new album, or Eternal Blue, came out a couple months ago. Pretty dang solid, I will say. Let's see. Memphis Mayfire just came out with a new album, also pretty solid. More to my tastes than the Motionless in White album, which came out even more recently, but also pretty darn good. And I started listening just a couple weeks ago to Dayseeker, who was also pretty solid. A little less metally, a little less screamo-y, a little more, I don't want to say poppy. I don't know if it's pop-ish, pop adjacent, with like metal, but also pretty solid. So, you know, if you want to listen to some of that, get you some of that. What are you giggling about? Are you sending me something? Do I want to know? I don't like this kind of like half smile. I'm scared. He sent a photo. No. Why? Why? Why would you do that to me? Brutal Swing. PvP wise.
We don't know.
We don't know. Its stats aren't out yet. But also Hydreigon is bad. Hydreigon stat wise. It's not gonna be a Walrein situation where Walrein was bad
Monster.
before and was bad before and great now in Great League. Hydreigon is bad currently and will continue to be bad.
The unfortunate thing is when Hydreigon came out in Gen 5, I think it was, there were no fairies. So it was top of the meta because dragons were OP in Gen 5.
Was Hydreigon black and white?
Yeah. Maybe.
No. No, yeah. Because Gibble was Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah.
Dino was Black and White. I just barely remember playing Black and White. Apparently.
Yeah.
It's out of my
that
brain.
was at the height
And then
of Dragons, is Gen 5.
X and Y was Goomy.
Which then had X and Y had the introduction of Fairy.
Yes. Sun and Moon had Axew.
No, Axie was Black and White. They were both version exclusive.
Dino and Axew?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Weird.
But Dragons were the kings of the meta in Gen 5, and because of that, Gen 6 saw the introduction of Fairy.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, with High Dragon in Pokemon Go, Fairy already exists. If Fairy didn't exist, it would definitely be up there.
Yeah.
I mean, counter users, other dragons, and Ice would still give it for a run for its money. But Fairy is just 4 times 2 charms dead.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean don't go get one. They're still a good, aggressively good Pokemon.
I would get one. Get one for look. So Zweilius for Great League are like primary.
Very good in self metas.
Yes, Hydreigon. I would say even in GBL. I was running the end of last season. I was running Zweilius lead for a portion of my.
You're so lucky you
GBL.
didn't see Charmers.
I mean, I did. I lost.
Yeah.
Which is fine because I was running a fighter and Hydreigon. Both get deleted by Charm.
Okay. So you just had to not catch the Charmer.
Yeah, or I just lost, which I'm okay with. Sometimes you got to lose to win. Brain running through that statement checks out. Good. It's like saying 1 + 1 = 2. Does the math? Yep. Nope. That's right.
We're gonna have to wait to see what they put out for Brutal Swing, because there's a suggested. I think PvPoke has plugged in some stuff already, but I don't know if it's confirmed.
No, not at all. Speculative, 42 damage, 40 energy.
So not quite as good as a community move as Blast Burn or some of the other ones.
Yeah. Which, I mean, would if Brutal Swing had something equivalent to Frenzy Plant, Blast Burn, and Hydro Cannon, I think it would be absolutely disgusting.
Especially as a dark move, it would definitely punish the Psychic meta. Psychic and Ghosts, which we're going to see a lot of Ghosts coming up.
Yes, you went through. I don't have that on the dock here as far as stuff to talk about. That might be something we talk about when it comes
I think
up.
we wait till it's officially announced.
Yeah. You went through the
Data mine.
Yeah, data mine of the most recent version of the master file. Words, things.
There's a lot of things that do learn Brutal Swing too.
Yes, Brutal Swing as an introduction. I mean, it might take a while. It's one of those things like Icicle Spear is on Wall Rain.
There's other
not
things
on
that
anything.
get it,
If there's other things that get it, nothing else has it currently.
One of the things that was like it was a signature move on it was a Alolan Muck. Surfetched also gets it.
Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see. Honestly, I don't think like Night Slash might be the play there just because of Surfetch just
the potential to just make counter bonkers.
Make counters bonkers, and Surfetch doesn't have a ton of bulk.
Yeah.
So it needs something that's faster, whereas Brutal Swing, I imagine, is going to take a little bit longer to get to.
Yeah.
And the play between Night Slash and Leaf Blade being this is it the same energy gain?
They're both the same, yeah.
Yeah. So like that's a big benefit as far as what are you playing towards?
I mean, Surfetch more or less replaced Shiftry.
Yeah, basically. Sorry, Shiftry.
Nidoqueen's
you're
like,
out.
sit down.
Yeah. You're fired. Yeah, Brutal Swing like could be really good. Hydreigon probably just won't be solid in Great League. Get a good Great League one. You might as well.
Yeah.
But you'll look for Zweilius for Great League and then Hydreigon for Ultra and Master.
One thing I forgot to mention that I don't hear a lot of people talking about. Start building up your Latios and Latias Megas. Not only will that benefit you for Mewtwo raids, that will also benefit you for Dino Community Day.
Yeah.
If you can get to that second tier.
If you have the energy for it.
Yeah, just to pop it and Mega Evolve every day, first thing you do when you load the game. And then if you want to Mega Evolve something else because it's something specific to an event or what you're doing, just cancel it out. I think that's the one that'll definitely should be talked about more, and I'm surprised it's not. Because I had that pointed out to me. I was like, I'm just going to run Mega Gyarados for Dino Community Day because I've already got Gyarados up to that second tier. And they're like, well, if you do Latios or Latias, you get it for Mewtwo as well. And I was like, twisty face.
Well, yes and no. I mean, if you... Reduction as far... Your cooldown's faster, sure. And you're getting bonuses for both, but like you're not going to be doing Mewtwo raids during Swilius Community Day.
No, but everything up until then. I mean, it's here for 2 weeks.
Right.
But
what's your cooldown for like using no Mega Energy?
7 days.
Still 7 days? Yeah, then you might as well do a Mega Gyarados for Dino Community Day and save your Latios and Latias.
I think I'm okay on
Psychic.
the candy.
No, sure. No, I mean, that's fine. But if you're a player like me, I'm going to save Latios and Latias for the raid days. So that I'm guaranteed. But even then, I'm not getting the Mega Candy boost because they're not at Tier 2. So, in fact, I don't even know if I've Mega each of them. No, I don't think I have. So, yeah, Stuff and things. We're an hour and a half in. Let's do the thing, Jesse.
Okay.
Welcome to the meta-analysis.
Forge Cup. We're exactly halfway into June.
Yes.
Forge Cup started. How are you feeling about Forge Cup? Silph's June meta.
So quick recap, it's the point-based meta.
Yep.
A lot of things are banned, Steel and Dark, respectively.
Steel Dark Dragon.
And Hoenn.
Yep.
You want to go over those cup stats real quick? I can kind of tell you based off what that says.
Cup stats?
Yeah.
All matchups or victories?
Just 2 victories. Makes more sense that way.
Oranguru, Greedent, Samurott, Ninetales, Noctowl, Lurantis.
Oranguru at 41.
Yep, 41.
So Oranguru, being only a 2-pointer, has definitely been a huge contender in this month's cup because it's a budget. I don't want to say a worse Hypno, but it's a much more flexible Hypno. It's not replacing Hypno because Hypno has things it does, but for only 2 points, it has been a very core pick this meta. Because it has been a core pick, Greedent is number 2 in this meta because Greedent beats it, outbulks a lot of things, and brings a lot of spam. Greedent counters the majority of your waters. It has Crunch to deal with the psychics, and has Body Slam to just go, I'm going to hug you, pal.
I don't think it doesn't hard counter the waters.
It does with Bullet Seed.
Bullet Siege is energy gain. It's not a damage move.
No, but it still quad hurts the Mud Boys.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing likes to be
Quag.
Body Slammed.
Sure. No, I mean, yeah, but I don't think it's a hard counter to water.
It's a very safe counter to water. Samurott being at 16% is also another thing that walls against Oranguru or hurts it quickly, badly. I mean, you saw yesterday in your opponent, in your match, how quickly those Hydro Cannons stack up. Yeah. Ninetales, I think, gets most of its popularity this month from Cindy playing it last month with her Shadow Ninetales in the Vancouver regionals. It also still performs very admirably with very few things it needs to worry about with fire coverage other than water. No dragons means it's not going to have any fire resistance. The steel's not there, so it's really just kind of playing a generalist role against either the normals or the quasi like grass or bugs that are around. And what's after Ninetales? I can't see. It's too small.
Noctowl, Lorantis, Alolan Graveler, Stunfisk.
So Alolan Graveler, that was an interesting combination for me to choose between with Alolan Graveler or Stunfisk. Unova Stunfisk. You can run it either Thundershock or Mud Shot, and then it's Discharge and Mud Bomb. Whereas Alolan Graveler, for the most part, is Volt Switch, Rock Blast, Stone Edge. There's kind of an interesting toss-up because the Graveler, I think, is 2 points. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Which one?
Graveler? A-Grav? Is it 2 or 4?
2.
It's okay. A-Grav is the better budget option, whereas Stunfisk is 4 points. There are a good amount of water and or ice around. So Stunfisk, if you're not running the ground type move to deal with the poisons or other electric or rock, is put in a bad spot because it needs the Thundershock to hurt the water ices or just the ice in general. But that's the trade-off, I think, was do you need the ground type? How relevant are people going to be running Nidoqueen, which has been around, and there are other poisons around as well. But I think with the dark types being banned, Ghost and Psychic have heavily dominated this meta.
Ghost
Not
and
so
Psychic,
much
yeah.
normal though, or sorry, not so much Ghost though, because there's a lot of normals around, and those normals have you coverage.
I think normal and psychic with fighting not here.
Outside
Or
of
no.
pseudo fighting.
Yeah, like or no. Hold on. Let me go back to here. Fighters aren't banned; they're just really expensive.
Plus, there's a lot of psychic
Yes, there's a lot of psychic and there's a lot of poison.
and a good amount of flying.
So I don't know.
The biggest flyers are going to be either Pidgeot or Noctowl, and I think most people are going with Noctowl because it's got more beneficial coverage plus bulk.
Yeah, because like Machamp's not even here.
It is. It's a 1-pointer.
I don't see. No, Machamp's not here. Machamp is a 2-pointer.
2-pointer. Okay.
Machamp, Primeape are both 2-pointers. Metacham is gone because it's a
Hoenn.
Hoenn.
Surfetch'd
you're-
is around. You've used it.
Yeah, Surfetch'd is around. Poliwrath, I think, is kind of also up there, but
With that
nowhere-
41% usage of Oranguru, I don't think you're going to see too many fighting.
No.
Personal experience from the Cup so far, it's been a very mixed blend. Most of my core duos come around Oranguru and Greedent, and then fill if I need to with whatever I think is needed. They, between the two of them, offer a good unique coverage. They both have a dark move to deal with the Psychic or Ghost. They're both also normal. So, again, for me, it's just been those two plus Phil. How about you?
Between the practice tournament, thank you, Chronic Insomniac, for hosting those practice tournaments at the beginning of every month. Between the practice tournament and the first round so far, I don't mind it. It's kind of bizarre as far as a meta.
There's a lot more variety than some months.
That's true. It's there's more variety. It's a little bit more bizarre. It is quite refreshing to have Hoenn just go on.
Yeah. It's impressive to see how much of an effect just Hoenn has in metas.
Yeah. And with some of the bands, the typed bands, where Hoenn's gone, but that doesn't mean that Azumarill is.
No, Azumarill's available.
It's just no one's running it.
No. It's for its point cost. I think a lot of 8-pointers aren't just being used because you basically have to commit that on your team. And I think the highest 8-pointer we see is either Cresselia or I forget what the other one was.
Cresselia is.
Or Lickitung.
Lickitung lower. Cresselia is up there higher.
Right, but I mean of those that you see on screen. Oh, Nidoqueen.
Cresselia is at 5. Nidoqueen is at Lickitung is at a 4%, above Nidoqueen at also 4%.
Okay.
So
But the two things there is one, Cresselia is psychic, and both of them also have bulk.
yeah, it's refreshing and bizarre and all over the place. And a meta like this, Azumarill doesn't quite do all that it isn't able to do all that it can, because it does beat dragons. It helps beat steals
And darks. Which
and none
all
of those are
there gone. Yeah.
all of those are gone. And so Azumarill doesn't Azumarill's like, what do I do?
Yeah, I mean, that's the same case with fairies. You don't see any fairies this meta. And if you do, they're you got to question why they're there. Is that Wigglytuff have Hyper Beam? I don't trust it.
So far, I don't mind it. I kind of like Forged Cup. We'll see. This next round, I am up against a very tough opponent in Village of Wolves.
Yeah, you got to put at table 1.
And I'm put at table 1. I went from the last table to table 1. Or was I on the last table? I'd have to search farther. Yeah. We'll see. Do you know, is our tournament 3 rounds or 4 rounds?
4.
Oh boy. All right. I mean, I was looking at Village's team and I was like, there's a chance I'll have to play my cards right to be able to win against them. But there is a small chance that I can, if I pull out a win here, or if I lose here and pull out 2 wins, I can maybe tie for first in this tournament. So
Yeah.
this might actually be a reasonable performance. I'm actually fairly comfortable with what my my team is here. So, okay. Meta analysis continues. Fortune Cup. I'm giving it a 1.5 up.
I'm just giving it 1 thumb.
1.5 so far. We'll see what the rest of the month has for us. Also, like in the next few days, we should get a teaser for the next Silph meta. So the last Silph,
Because
Silph
apparently
meta,
Jesse was wrong, and there's one more.
there's one more. There's a July Silph meta, and then Continentals and Worlds. So Go Battle League. Currently, as of today, Fossil Cup. Pokemon must be at or below 1500 CP to enter, and only Water, Rock, and Steel type Pokemon will be permitted.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Exactly. There's no bans. Guess what? It's Registeel. Yep. So PV Pokes rankings for Fossil Cup have Registeel, Lucario, Ferrothorn, Escavalier, Araquanid, Swampert Shadow, Swampert, Ludicolo, Pelipper, and Quagsire at the top 10. Let me search rock type. Are there any rock type? Cradilly at 26. Barbicle. Well, Cradilly is technically a
Cradilly
fossil.
makes sense.
Yes,
It's the
Cradilly
grass.
makes sense. It's a grass type, which is awesome. It's also a fossil, which means it fits in Fossil Cup, but the fact that the top one is Registeel. It's a golem. It's fossil adjacent in the history of Hoenn. But it's really annoying that like it and Swampert are top of a Fossil Cup because they're not.
They're the most performing.
Yep. Cradilly Shadow, Lycanroc Midnight, Lileep XL, Bullet Seed Grass Knot Ancient Power. That's wild. Oh no, that's right. Bullet Seed was Legacy on it for like
Correct.
a brief moment. Regirock, Bastiodon's at rank 50. Bastion XL, non-XL Bastion is at 64. Sudowoodo Shadow. Yeah, like in a fossil event, there are not shockingly not a lot of fossils that perform very well here. So
Yeah. Fossils have never been
stinks.
known to perform well, and it's just Registeel is going to dominate this meta because Focus Blast and Zap Cannon.
Tyrunt is well above Tyrantrum, which is great. Tyrunt with Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw, and Stomp. That's great. Neutral spam / bait, and then it has Ancient Power. God, Ancient Power is going to take forever to get to, though. That's
It's gross.
yeah. Ah, well. What moves does Tyrantrum have? Dragon Tail. What? Tyrantrum has Charm?
Yeah.
What is this? Dragon Rock with Dragon Tail Rock Throw Charm? Charge moves of Crunch, Stone Edge, Earthquake, and Outrage?
Yep.
What?
It's a dragon Quagsire.
That's wild. But then it doesn't have bulk and dies to a lot of things. Oof. Why do they like giving dragon types a secondary typing that makes them weak to fighting? What a shame. It's not until Axew that we're going to get something absolutely wild. And like depending on what they give Gumi's third form, we could get something really weird. Like really weird.
You mean Gudra?
Gudra? Yeah. Cuz water
It's already got it's just dragon.
It's just dragon. I thought it was dragon water.
That's what I thought too, but people told me it's not. I'll look it up.
Cuz if it's water, doesn't that mean it's then neutral to ice?
Correct.
Oh, that'd be wild.
No, it's straight dragon.
Oh, it's such a bummer. It's literally a moist boy.
Yeah, it's literally dripping.
Slimy
But
scales.
it does have a pretty crazy moveset in Dragon Breath, Muddy Water, Power Whip, Outrage.
Power Whip?
Yeah.
Ooh. And it's going to get a community day move in 3 years.
3 years.
A long time. I don't know. 2 years at minimum. Because we have
It's
1 year
definitely
for
an interesting
Axew.
one. Its most suitable or most notable combination in the main series games was Rain Dance, Thunder, Hurricane. Because both Thunder and Hurricane get boosted in Rain Dance.
Oh. Huh. Yeah, that could get a really wild move in 2 years at minimum. So, although I don't know how cool is Gumi's shiny?
Gudra's?
Yeah. Cuz that's going to be next year's Go Fest shiny probably.
Gudra shiny.
Unless they give, I don't know what shiny
Check
they
out
would.
these pictures.
It's a gold one.
Is it? Oh, all right. Yeah, that would work.
I mean, I guess it's more cream than gold. Here's
Is anything
Slew.
truly gold? Because the only way that things make gold
Here's
is
Gumi.
luster. Shiny.
It looks like a fruit tart.
It does. It's a peach. It's a peach.
He's a peach.
Oh, there's a song that's playing in my head right now.
No.
Oh man, the moves for Tyrantrum. That's great. Yeah, fossils. Run meta, because non-meta doesn't
Run
work.
Lucario and hope that you can shield the Focus Blast.
I will run Lucario. Don't tempt me with a good time, Jesse. Running Lucario. I'm gonna run Lucario Registeel Swampert. Because why not? Maybe, probably. I don't know.
What?
Your cousin. Ay. What's what is crap, I should know what Hellboy's revolver's name. Total non sequitur for the podcast, I'm sorry. Because Adam Savage has done like multiple different builds of the revolver from Hellboy. I'm terrible. Hold on. Oh, I don't think I hit the button when we did No, maybe I did. I don't know. The Samaritan. That's his revolver. Jeez, you guys are ridiculous. Or just run a ton of water. This looks like a Mud Boy kind of meta.
Yeah, Swampert with Earthquake.
Ferrothorn will perform very well. Wormadam Trash with Bug Bite instead of Confusion.
Well, there's nothing Confusion's hitting.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks.
Fossil
Jeff.
Cup. Yeehaw.
Yeah, Fossil Cup, aka water, wet metal.
Yeah, that's no.
Well, I mean, I still like the metal name that I got from going to the Berg Museum, Bite Force. Bite Force is a sick name for a band.
Yeah,
Tell
we were
me
talking about that.
Tell me I'm wrong. Okay. I think that's it. Unless you have anything else, I'm interested to get into Fossil Cup, see what it's like. Probably absolutely lose to a bunch of people because they're going to be running super meta stuff, and I might be running some spies.
Talk about
Spies.
the community question with the wrap up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there.
Oh, sorry.
I'm wondering if you had anything else
No.
that came up. Okay, cool. Excellent. Bite Force. It's kind of like Fight Milk. That's an Always Sunny reference. I have not seen that episode. I probably should though. Out of the small handful of episodes I've seen. Community question. Jesse's already asked it on Twitter. But hypothetically speaking, since we are not doing a battle event, well, we ourselves are not hosting a battle event. If we were, hypothetically speaking, to do karaoke on Saturday night of GoFest, what is your, or who's coming, and what is your go-to karaoke song? Jesse's going with Backstreet Boys. You absolute 90s/2000s kid. You don't put your head
I
on
didn't say
backwards
Backstreet Boys.
Didn't you say Backstreet Boys? I
No,
thought you
I
do
said-
Backstreet's Back.
I did not say I would sing that.
Well,
I
then
mean,
what
I'll
would
do
you-
it if someone else does, but
then
that's
what were
not
you
my
gonna
go-to.
sing?
I don't know.
You
Probably just Journey like everybody else.
which one? Which Journey song?
Don't stop believing.
Yeah,
This is the drunk karaoke song.
that's not what the lyrics are, but okay. Not that I know what the lyrics are. What the heck would I sing? I don't. I've never
got a
gone.
much deeper voice, so probably old timey country is probably where I stand out.
You know the song that keeps getting in my head because one of my coworkers is a really big country nerd and plays it
Is it
halfway
Tim
across.
McGraw?
No.
Keith Urban.
I've got friends in low places.
I've got
That's-
friends in
no.
low places.
No, you've got it wrong.
I know I do because I don't listen to it.
Well, I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the blues chase all my and the beers chase all my blues away.
I think we found yours.
Yeah, that's probably mine. It's probably I've got friends in low places by I think it's who sung it?
Who sung it?
I've got friends in low places.
Let's
Garth
be-
Brooks.
Let's be honest. I'll sing the Pokemon song. We'll just do a Pokemon karaoke.
You probably do the Pokemon karaoke.
Pokemon rap karaoke.
Yeah.
Electro.
Is Sir
Diglett,
Maximus
Nidoran,
still here?
Mankey.
Sir Maximus, I imagine you've got a lengthy list of Sir Maximus. Yep, yeah, he's still here.
Tag him.
A lengthy list of
Tag him.
karaoke songs that you would want to sing.
At Sir Maximus, what are we singing in the karaoke bar? Electro, Diglett.
I don't know
Nidoran,
how to spell
Mankey.
karaoke.
It's right there. It's right there.
Karaoke?
Yes.
Like Steve Aoki? Question mark? I don't know how to type.
Yeah,
let's see.
community question for this week.
Yeah. What's your go-to for karaoke? I've
Even
never
if you
gone
aren't going to
singing.
join us, what's your go-to song? So we
Yeah.
have some recommendations.
What's the song if you're going to belt something out in the car? What do you sing?
Ooh. There's a
Um,
shower playlist that I found on Spotify. I listen to that every once in a while. That's a Friday mood playlist.
I've never done karaoke, so like I don't know what else is like on the playlist that I would sing.
What's a song that if it comes on you can't help but sing along to?
I mean, there's a lot.
Is there like
There's some
Linkin
old
Parks?
stuff. I mean, I'd be down for Linkin Park. There's a
Punk?
couple of Daft Punk doesn't really have lyrics. It's more
What about the newer stuff they did? Like the Lucky one?
no, super repetitive still. Like I don't know if it's quite the right karaoke song. Like it's reasonable groove music, but I don't think it's
we
reasonable
should just
sing,
get the
sing
true
music.
MVP of karaoke in on here.
Jiggly Dad?
Yeah. Ironically enough, Jigglypuff.
Yeah. I mean, Jiggly Dad's not coming to Seattle, unfortunately.
No, but they
yeah.
could give us suggestions.
Yeah. Yeah, having not gone, I don't know what else is in the rotation. Like Linkin Park, like sure, I'm sure other people would be able
I
to
mean,
sing
every poppy song you can think of is there.
it. Don't really listen to pop a whole heck of a lot, so.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, like a classic pop? I
Yeah.
don't even know the lyrics to Michael Jackson songs for the most part. I've never been a big fan of Michael Jackson.
Should we ask your mom?
What if she had a go-to karaoke song? Sure, I don't know if she's on the phone or anything.
Oh,
Do you want to go up and ask?
sure.
Okay. Jesse will be right back. You know what?
Are you gonna pull up the top?
Top 10
Number 1, Journey. I'm calling it now.
karaoke songs. Best karaoke songs. That's an album. Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves. 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton. Yup. Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. Way to go, Colorado Avalanche with win in game 1, overtime win in game 1. Bobrovsky with the goal. What? Oh, Come On Eileen by Dexy's Midnight Runners. I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack. Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. Mr. Brightside by the Killers. I don't know if I have, having not listened to that a whole heck of a lot, but knowing of Mr. Brightside, that's an interesting one. I don't know if I want to look at Teen Vogue. Timeout? Yeah?
Let me get back to the mic.
Okay. Best karaoke songs ever made by Timeout. Purple Rain by Prince. Wait, really? Huh. Be My Baby by the Ronettes.
So your mom
Uh-huh.
said that in the 25 years that it's been since she's been to karaoke,
Uh-huh.
she doesn't do karaoke.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Must run in the family.
Yeah, I guess. We're like karaoke adverse.
I want it that way.
We're not
I can
allergic.
see that. I could
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, number 3. Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen. Another one I'm not super familiar. I Want to Dance with Somebody. Yeah, I could see that. No, I don't want to give you my email address. Love Shack. Dude,
Oh.
yeah.
Love Shack, baby.
That's a good one. I don't know all of the lyrics, but I can hop in this one.
Oh,
I'm
no.
not singing Since You've Been Gone
There
by
it
Kelly
is.
Clarkson. Don't Stop Believing My Journey. It's number 8, dude. You said it was going to be number 1.
Yeah, read the description.
It's like pointing out that Happy Birthday is an ideal song to sing on somebody's birthday. Yeah. It's so obvious and overdone. It's
Yes.
probably not even worth including on a list like this.
That's a good one. Stand By Me.
Yeah. Sweet Dreams Are Made of This.
I'll do the rhythmics part. The doom, doom, doom.
I don't think I'm familiar with Killing Me Softly by the Fugees. I don't know. I will
survive.
Yeah, I could see that. Bohemian Rhapsody. An entire room will sing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh,
with
yeah.
you. Please, nobody sing Call Me Maybe at karaoke.
Hey,
I
I just met
I
you.
will leave this room so fast. And the room we're in. All right, you know what? We're gonna stop there.
We're gonna stop?
Yeah.
Stop with Carly Rae.
Yeah, we're going too far. So let us know in the Discord, in
This post on Twitter.
the post on Twitter, other stuffs.
Email us.
Via email. Yeah, go for it. In the comments on the post on Patreon, if you feel like it. What is your go-to karaoke and or song to belt out in the car? And if we did a karaoke thing, hypothetically speaking, would you join us? Because I don't know if we could find a place that would let a bunch of people do that. So we'll see. Yeah. Thank you everybody for joining us at battle_science on Twitter, youtube.com/c/battlescience, twitch.tv/battlescience, patreon.com/battlescience. I could list URLs if you wanted to.
No, I'm
Okay.
good.
PokemonGoLive.com for news articles, blog posts, all of that stuff. Shoots.
Get excited for the TCG event?
Shoots and ladders. Yeah, be excited for the TCG release. I'm kind of pumped. I still gotta find me a copy of the Valor bundle, but we've got the Brilliant Eevee. Is it Brilliant Eevee?
Shining Eevee.
It's actually not labeled shiny on the
Shining.
cards. Shining.
Is it shining or shimmering?
It might be shimmering. Hold on. Actually, I don't want to open these via that because it's going to open on stream, and I don't want that link to be public. Shimmering Eevee. TCG. Let's do a Google and see if it shows. Radiant Eevee is what it's called. And I imagine it's just called Radiant Eevee because it's guaranteed to be a shiny, I think.
I think they just want to use something other than an S word. Shining, shimmering.
Maybe.
Radiant.
Sure. What comes before S? R. Or Radiant. All right.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hop on over to our Discord. It's available to everyone. Seriously, go do it.
Come join us for shenanigans.
Nothing stopping you. Come say hi, hang out, lurk, do whatever.
Links are in the bio.
Yep. Anything else popping off? Oh, check out the Battle Science After Dark podcast in a week. It's coming on next Tuesday, the 20. What did I say? 21st.
Sounds about right.
About 21st.
Also merch.
Yeah, stuff's coming. I'm still working on the hydrate stuff.
But you can get stickers.
You can get stickers, yeah.
And a cool mug. The
Yeah.
mug.
Yeah, you get the mug. Yeah. Yeah. We'll catch you out there on the battlefield.
Have a good night.
Or day.
True.
Assuming people are having a night, listening to this at night.
Jeez.
Stop that.